The story happened in Dallas. When I was in Dallas with my friends, we were all chilling and we played basketball. And because of coronavirus, we couldn't play in LA Fitness where we usually play. So we had to go to these outdoor courts. I was in Dallas to meet up with the manager. And I met up with the manager and we were talking about hooping. That's how it all started. So we felt like a good way for us to come closer, you know what I'm saying, get a better feel of each other was to all hoop together. And this court we were at was in a more suburban part of town. It was predominantly white. There weren't many black. I mean, there were a lot of black people at the courts, but black people didn't live in the area. People just came out from all over, I guess. I'm not really familiar with it, but that's what my friends told me. So I'm with my friends, we in the game, we playing, and all of a sudden, I look up and I see people arguing. The girl and her sister and two dudes were black, and then there was two white dudes, and they were arguing like at each other. So some more black people run up over there, and I'm like, oh, everybody running over there, I might as well run over there. And when I'm on the way over there, they start throwing punches. The white dude get punched, another white dude get punched. They get slammed to the ground. They shirts getting ripped open, all this, and people stomping them out. So I'm like, what's going on? And they said the white dude went up to the girls. The girls are mixed, and he started saying, all lives matter. I'm not a person who supports all lives matter. Of course, all lives have intrinsic value. That's not what that movement is about. That movement is to counteract Black Lives Matter, which is why I don't support it. I think all people matter, which is why I support Black Lives Matter, because Black lives haven't mattered in a while, but that's not what I'm here to debate. So they said, the white dudes went up to them and said, all lives matter. So they started getting an argument. They're like, Black Lives Matter, why would you say that? Why would you come to a court that has a majority of black people and start saying something like that out of nowhere? We're all playing basketball. There's no reason for you to say that. So that's what they were arguing about. And they were getting in their face, and they were just having a heated argument. And then the white dude says, that's why your father sold you, because the girls were mixed. So I'm guessing he assumed that her father was white and the mother was black. So he said, that's why your father sold you, saying that if it would have been in slavery times, his father would have sold her because she was a mixed baby, whatever, all that. So that's why the dudes started throwing the punches. The girls started throwing punches. At first, the dudes didn't do anything. The girls threw punches. And then the white dudes pushed the girl or tried to swing on her or something. And that's when the black dude stepped in and everybody started jumping them. So I'm sitting back and we all looking. One of them is my age. So he's old enough to where he knows what he can say, what he can't say. And the other dude is his brother. His brother is like 15, I guess. So he's not as mature. They were like, y'all need to go. That's not what this area is. There was even white dudes that was playing with us. My friend was white and he was saying, yeah, y'all need to go. That's not what we're not gonna support you if that's what you think, because we're on the side of the black people. We're on the side of what's right. It's not even a black versus white thing. It's a wrong versus right thing. We're on the side of what's right. So we're not gonna help you out. You guys need to go. So they're like, no, we're not going anywhere. It's a free court. We're not going anywhere. We're staying right here. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting back to hooping. It's not really much more for me to see at this point. They start walking and they walk around to our side of the court and they stand there. And so a huge group of black people just gathers around them. And it's to the point where they're on our court, so we can't finish our game. So the black people just sitting there. I'm sitting in the back looking. They're sitting there telling them like, y'all need to go, y'all need to go. They're like, no, we're not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere. Y'all gonna have to make us leave. So we're like, okay, man, whatever. We start, everybody disperses, the crowd disperses, and they're still just walking around the courts or whatever, watching the games. We're playing, the lights go off on the court, and we all sitting around talking like, what's the moves, where y'all finna go now, what you finna. So out of nowhere, the white dudes pull up, and they try to get in our circle and just instigate, like I said. They said, do you love America? Which is, we're out here hooping. What is the point of you asking that question? You're trying to get a point across for no reason. So they're asking people, they asked me, they said, do you love America? So I look, I look away and I continue my conversation because I'm not even finna acknowledge that with a response. So they asked another girl, they said, do you love America? They basically were trying to trap you into saying you either loved America or you didn't. And if you loved America, then you were okay with how they were treating black people and how they were treating people of color, minorities. Basically, you were okay with everything. Like, it couldn't be that bad if you loved America. And if you said you didn't love America, then why are you in America? It's what they were trying to get across. I don't know what point they were trying to make with that, but that's what they were trying to get across. That's what they were trying to insinuate. The people I was with were like, dude, y'all need to go. Why are you still here trying to argue and make a point? There's no point to be made. We're not trying to hear that. It's the wrong time for all this. People are dying out in the streets. People are rioting, and you want to come over here to a majority black group and try to pick a fight, pick an argument. It's not, we don't want that. I know you expect black people to be aggressive and violent, but I'm sure you can see that we're not, and you want us to be so bad, but we're not. And this is the part of the story I left out, I forgot to put in there. But when that big crowd was around, they were saying, yo, we got a gun in the car. If y'all try to jump us, we're gonna shoot. Texas has stand your ground laws, which is if somebody violates your personal space, I guess, or tries to attack you, I'll put the definition up on the screen. But they have stand your ground laws, so you're able to use a gun and kill somebody. Stand your ground laws is the same thing they had in Florida when George Zimmerman killed Trayvon Martin, because George Zimmerman felt threatened by Trayvon Martin. That was his reasoning for killing him, a teenager. So that's what he used to kill him. He used stand your ground laws, and he was found innocent under the law. So that's how he got away with it. And Texas has the same thing. So if one of us would have started the altercation and punched the kids for no reason or something like that, just because they were talking, they could have went in the car, grabbed a gun, and shot somebody, did whatever, and they probably would have got away with it. There wouldn't have been no punishments. There would have been no repercussions for them under the law, because stand your ground protects them. So I'm pretty sure that's what they wanted, which is why I personally wasn't giving them the time of day. I was telling my friends not to, because on the slight chance that they did have a gun, they could go out there and shoot whoever they wanted, and they could say that it was stand your ground. They were trying to protect themselves. So our group was talking to black group, and they were asking people, do they love America, whatever. And they walk away because everybody's like, yo, why y'all still trying to talk to us? We don't want to talk to you. What is in it for you to try to come over here and start something with us? The dudes get in their car, pull around to us, and the younger guy's in the passenger seat. He rolls down the window. He's like, build a wall, build a wall. And I'm sitting there like, we're black. I'm not sure why you're chanting it at us. I guess you're trying to say like it's a Trump slogan, so we're supposed to be offended by that. But Trump supporters love to say that he is all inclusive, and Trump loves to say that he loves black people and all this and all that. But coming from a Trump supporter himself, if he's using the idea of Trump and the slogans of Trump to offend black people, then obviously you can see that even Trump supporters understand that the whole campaign is anti-black. So he's saying Trump 2020, build a wall, and I'm sitting there like, it's just ignorant for you to say that. I'm not even gonna say nothing. But the girl that he got in an argument before was there. She picks up a stick that has nails in it, and she threw it and hit his car. When she threw it and hit his car, he puts the car in drive and tries to run them over. And we just all move out the way. I'm like, what? Like, you finna run somebody over? What are you doing? So he backs the car up. I get in the car with the manager, because he's like, yo, come on, we're not finna be a part of this. So they're like, yo, get in the car, come on. The manager backs up, drives away, and the two white guys drive away also. I rode with my friend to the court, so my phone and everything is in his bag. So we have to come back and go around and get my phone and stuff like that. So we're sitting there. We wait a little bit to make sure everything's cleared up. We drive back, and I tell my friend, like, yo, my phone in your car, let's go. What are you still standing here for? Like, if they do got a gun and they come back and try to shoot somebody, what are you standing here for? There's no point in us being here. So he's like, okay, come on. I get my phone. I'm in the car, and we just sitting there. And the manager calls me, and they say, yo, they're coming back, and they say they got a gun, blah, blah. They waving a gun out the window, they're coming back. So I tell my friend, he backs up the car, drives around, and goes the opposite direction. They're coming in like this, and we go around this way, so we don't see them. But we were in the parking lot and we heard what sounded like gunshots. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, my adrenaline was pumping. Maybe I was just in the moment. It could have been anything. It could have been just a loud noise, a loud slam, but it sounded like gunshots. And we're driving away, and you can't really see the court from where we're driving away to. So you can just hope that nobody got hurt. But I don't think anybody got hurt. There was nothing on the news or anything like that. We didn't hear anything. So we don't think anybody got hurt. But it's just crazy to think that something like that could still happen. I just think about the fact that when that girl threw that stick, they could have just pulled out a gun and started shooting anybody. It didn't really matter. I could have been shot. So I thank God that I wasn't, that no harm came to me, but it's just crazy the times right now. Be careful. You know what I'm saying? Watch your surroundings. Watch the people you hang with. Situations like that, it's just best to leave the scene. I know everybody wants to stick around and see what happens, see the aftermath, but it's not worth your life at all.